Graham Potter has finally been announced as West Ham manager, and can he work some magic and have an immediate impact on the team? Going into this FA Cup third round fixture against Aston Villa. Joining me tonight on the big match preview is Nicky. How you doing, mate?
I'm very, very cold, Scott. My heating's give up in the house, so I'm all right. Gloves, hat, everything.
Just need
I'm
it. You need
freezing.
to get you an Eskimo suit, nice scarf as well.
Oh, I've never been this cold in my life, honestly. But yeah,
I
I'm
feel
good otherwise. I'm very positive about the appointment today. So yeah,
mate.
feeling a lot
This
better about it.
Yeah, this is the thing that it's been a long, drawn out process and not been handled the best way. But that's the thingy. But he obviously come in first press conference today, met all the players, got a training session in as well. Is one training session enough to have any sort of impact on this game tomorrow night?
It's going to be very difficult. I mean, sometimes you do get that new manager bounce. What I'm hoping for is that Villa sort of field an understrength team because they're still going well in the Premier League. They're still in the Champions League and they're looking like they're going to get through in that. So yeah, I did hear a couple of people on the radio earlier saying they should be going for this, and this is the sort of cup that Aston Villa should be sort of aiming for, which I agree. I think clubs of their stature should be aiming for that sort of thing. They're good enough to win it. But that lure of the Champions League and that long season ahead, it could sway their heads a little bit. And if we get a bit of a new manager bounce, a bit of confidence within the side, we're well capable of winning the game. Listen, it's not going to be easy by any stretch of the imagination, and I don't expect us to win the game. But you never know. If we do win this game, I think it would give us extra emphasis on the season.
Mate, I totally agree with what you're saying there. This is the thing. I think it's going to be very hard for him to come in and implement really anything of his ideas. In the space of one training session, it's going to be like 48 hours by the time we get to the game that he's took over. So I can't see that, but. With you, this is the thing for me. Villa have got a lot of injuries. They've got a couple of suspension as well. But this is a trophy that they should be going for. And they're going to look at us as, we may get that new manager bounce, but they're going to be looking at this as a winnable game and a game that they can get through. As we were saying in the chat, for me, I think we lose this Friday, our season's done and dusted. We ain't going to be pushing up the table for Europe. We're going to survive relegation and finish hopefully top half. But this is an emphasis that can keep to win this game, gets a lot of fans on board straight away for Potter, and could potentially spear us on a bit more throughout the season to start pushing up that table, having a little cup run. Picking up a few wins, it adds to it all, doesn't it?
Yeah, of course. What I've been hearing, it's been a bit of a circus over the last few days, but what I've heard from the manager in his press conference, I was quite impressed with him. What was he doing there? Who's changed that? You?
No, that was Dan.
Oh, I've been quite impressed with what he said in the build-up. He's a very organised manager. From what you're hearing now with the rumours coming out about Lopetegui and the way he was taking training, it didn't seem like there was any sort of strategy. It sort of confirmed what we was thinking. He wasn't preparing right, so he was working on a certain strategy, and then come the game day, he was doing something completely different. He had goalkeepers playing out on field. It was just a bit of carnage going on. Listen, the Premier League is a very, very tough league to manage. It's not like Real Madrid. It's not like Spain. It's not like them teams are over in Europe. It's a very tough and very scientific based and fast paced football, and sometimes these European managers come in and I think some of our players need a bit more coaching than some of the players he's probably coached before. So listen, if we get a good boost of confidence, we could do something. We could do something here, but I'm not hopeful, to be honest.
No. I'm with you, mate. I'm a little bit optimistic that we can get there. Look, we've got the players to have a cup run. We probably, if looking at it on paper, we've probably got a decent cup side. Unfortunately, the problem we seem to have is that we come up against somebody who's half decent and then just go out with a whimper. But we need this. We went out last season, I think, in the third round, didn't we? We lost to Bristol, I think it was. We can't really afford to go out this early. For me, the club like us, we should be pushing to win trophies like this. This is the big thing. This is a trophy that is within our grasp. Even if we are playing bad, we've seen it before, Nick. We've been down in relegation dogfights before and had a decent cut run. So we know as history tells us, we've got
Mm.
we've got the basis to go out there and do that. And I think the other thing as well, if like you said, if the rumours are true with certain things, some of the players that may have not been playing for Lopetegui might turn up Friday night.
Yeah, yeah. I see a little bit of a. I mean, Kudus was terrible last week against City, but
Mm,
I see a little bit of a boost, a little bit of the old Paquetá come back. Maybe he
yeah.
knew that the manager was basically out the door if they didn't win that game, 4-0 down. It's basically done and dusted. Yeah, listen, we need players that haven't turned up all season to be turning up as well. We have got players that can do like individual bits of magic, like
Mm,
Kudus. As bad as he's been lately, he can pull a performance out of the bag. But we need the midfield to turn up. That's who we really need to turn up. And maybe like the defenders to get a bit of a boost of confidence as well, because we've
mm.
been terrible at the back. So listen, it's all changed. If we don't win this game, even at full strength, it's going to be tough. Villa are
Yeah.
a tough side. They're a big side. So even if we do lose this game, I don't think it's the end of the world. I know it's basically the season over, but we've got to be looking for a rebuild now. What we don't want to do is go into like these next couple of Premier League games with the run of games we've got coming up, like the Chelseas, the Arsenals, and
Mhm,
things like that. Needing to sort of like get points out in game, because there are teams now coming up thick and fast. Everton
mhm.
just sacked their manager, Sean Dyche, so they're going to, be fighting. Ipswich are starting to look a little bit tasty. So,
Yeah.
yeah, look, it's not going to be the end of the world if we don't. But I'm a little bit more confident now. We've got a new manager in.
Mm.
A couple of the players may want to actually turn up and play football.
Yeah, no, that's it, mate, and that's what you need. You're saying you're looking at the midfield, and midfield's key important. Villa are going to be without John McGinn, a big
Yeah,
player for them in the middle of the park.
yeah,
He's
huge
picked up
player.
an injury, and like you said, we've got Fulham and Palace coming up in this. We're going to play 3 games in the space of I think 10 days. Villa, I think, have got around 7 or 8 games in 22 days. So they have got bigger fish to fry, and it could just be an opportunity where we, if we can hit the ground running in the game, get an early goal, put the pressure on them, especially being at home. They've got a fantastic home record as well at the moment. So
Yeah,
the odds are really stacked against us. But I think if we can get an early goal, give ourselves a bit of a lift, and take the game to them and not worry about what they can do to us. Let's worry about
mm,
what we can do to them. And I'm hoping to see that with Potter. As I said, I don't expect we're going to get drastic changes. I said in the group chat earlier with us, if I see us take a kick off, go back to the centre half and pump it long to Souček, I'm going to do my nutting after 3 weeks. But I want to see things differently in the games coming up. Fulham is a big, big game. Palace is a big, big game as well. But for me, they're both winnable because they're both home games. So
yeah.
I think he's going to be in a bit of two minds because, like you said, he's going to be looking at the fixtures coming up, knowing that overall his contract that he's got, if it is performance based as what we're hearing rumours wise, it's going to be Premier League. It's going to be based about staying in the Premier League. So does he prioritise the Fulham and Palace games over the top of this fixture against Villa? But it also gives him a chance to look at some of the players that he may not have seen a lot of.
Yeah, I would have preferred this to come sort of like Sunday morning, Monday morning after the. So he's got a week to prepare, because these two
Hmm.
games are coming up very quickly, and he's only just got in, I think,
Yeah,
today.
yeah, yeah.
So yeah, listen, these are thick and fast games, but he's got to get a grip of it, and he's got to get at least some points out of the Villa and the Fulham and Palace game. So I don't know whether he's going to be fully focused on this, but you know, listen, it's the FA Cup. They may take their eye off the ball. It's got to be decided on a night. A draw would do if we can go through on
Mm,
penalties. So
yeah.
yeah, let's see. I think there's going to be a more of a feel good vibe around the place now that Lopetegui's gone.
Yeah, I'm with you, mate. I really do. I really do think that. What do you expect to see starting 11 wise, mate?
I don't think it's going to change that much. I don't think it's going to change that much initially. I don't know. Will he go 5 at the back? I don't know. If he does, I think all 3 central defenders will play. I don't think he's going to be fitting in sort of like the Cresswells or the Soufals. So let's say he's going to go 5 at the back. I think it'll be the 3 centre halves. I think Fabianski still can't play, can he?
No, he's still got concussion, I believe.
No, okay. So it'll be Areola. I think Wan-Bissaka on the right. Emerson, if he's back on the left, but I don't know if he is back. I haven't heard anything. If not, it will be. Do you know what? I think you might give Cresswell a go or Ollie Scholes. You know, I think he might put one of them 2 in. Souček, Alvarez, and Paquetá in the middle, and I think the front 3 pick themselves at the moment. It'll be Somerville, Fulkrug, and Kudus.
Yeah, mate, I'm with you. I think that is probably the best team that we could put out if Emerson isn't available. Personally, I'll go for Ollie Scars. You know, he deserves a chance. It is a cup game. It's an opportunity
Left
for him
wing
to
back
have a
is
look.
A little bit different, though. It is a little bit different if he's going to play 5.
But you've got to remember, though, Nick. You know, when he come on, when he played in the game, the European game, when he made his debut, he was a lot more further forward. You know, playing as a winger because he linked up well with Bama, didn't he? That they done that quite a lot in that season in the youth team. So he's not got the experience Premier League wise of playing as a winger, but he has got that opportunity. He has got that experience in the under 23s or under 21s, whatever it is, as playing it. And someone said there in the chat, you know, you've got the young Brazilian lad as well, you know, who could push him for a start. So
you know what though, I think I just picked 11 players there and a goalkeeper. So if we can get away with it, do that. But yeah, someone's gonna have to drop out. But yeah, to be fair, Scott, I don't know. I don't know what to expect. You know, you expect the unexpected. That's what I would say.
Yeah, no, I'm with you, mate. Listen, I want us to see us go strong. I know we've got the big games, but they said the FA Cup is a really important trophy, and it is one that we've got a history in, and I want to see us go on to win it again. So for me, I want to see us going strong, but I'll probably go along with the lines with what you've picked there. Like you said, the front 3 picked themselves. You did pick 12 because go 5 at the back and 3 in the middle and 3 up front. That's a bit too many.
Yeah, I think you might go 4 because as Jason says, I think Tadebo's still out because he got an injury, didn't he, against City? Yeah. So yeah.
Big miss. What do you think prediction wise, mate?
This is so tough. I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw, and we go through on penalties. But that's hoping, you know. Listen, as I said, I'm not expecting much. But you know, as I said, you never know. A draw will do. A draw will do if we go through on penalties. Just get yourself in the hat.
Yeah, that's the most important thing, mate. I think you're right. I think we will. I think we will get something out of this game. I don't think. On 50-50 we go through, we won't win this game. I think if we're going to go through, it's like you said, it's going to be a draw and it's going to be through on penalties. So
Armin says 1-2-1, but I don't know if that's 2-1 to Villa or 2-1 to us. Joe Denver says 1-1. So
yeah, I'm going to go for a 1-1. So that's
just get ourselves in the hat. Let's get off to a good start.
That's it, mate. That's it. Nice.
Ironically, it's the same team that we play for Potter's first game as Lopetegui first played. So yeah.
You got to feel a bit for Villa as well. I think the next 2 games is us and Everton, so potentially 2 teams with a new manager bounce.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting. But Nick, thanks very much, Tony. We're going to keep it short and sweet tonight. But there'll be a watch along tomorrow. I've got to speak to Dan to see if I can get involved along that. But we will be back with all the build up after that for the Fulham game on Tuesday night. We'll be there for that one. And
I'm not going to be at the Villa game. So if anyone's looking for me, I'm not at the Villa game this week. I can't make it to the Villa game. I've got an engagement, which was booked a long time before West Ham decided to play on a fucking Friday night, that's for sure. But I won't be there tonight, but I will be back Saturday morning.
There you go. But that is it. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Everyone in the chat, thank you for all your comments. We don't read them out on these ones, but thank you very much. And Nick, only one thing left to say, mate.
Come on, you irons.
Come on, you irons.